Once upon a time there was a wicked spirit, the most corrupted of all spirits, and indeed rotten to the core. The wicked spirit was riding Abigail's neck. Abigail couldn't see him, but she could feel his weight and pressure creating a sharp pain, which stretched all the way to her bones and moving along the spine. Then one night Ivy smoked a strange substance from a pipe, but she didn't know there is a completely different spirit sleeping, hidden in a pipe. The spirit was different from anything Ivy had ever seen before. As soon as she began to inhale the smoke, the spirit awoke from his 100-year slumber and appeared in her room, right in front of her. Who are you?
I'm the ghost who fulfills countless wishes, but only if you participate in their fulfillment. My name is Papa Ghede.
And do you live in a pipe?
I live wherever people look for me. Why did you call me, dear?
But I didn't call you.
But you are ridden. Baphomet is riding you. What are you going to do about that?
I'm just waiting for the higher power to save me.
This is so amusing, and the funniest thing is that the spirit is riding you and you are silent. The essence of spiritual life is hidden from you. You are given the cowardly story of suffering and apathy. You have preserved the idea of afterlife, but you have given up the power of spirits who are walking around the earth.
But don't be silly. All those things you're talking about don't exist. Spirits don't exist.
Yeah, they don't exist, yet you are talking to one. You know, while you're waiting, the great rulers, your spirits, they put horns on their heads and they dance with the horns around fire of gold, while you are all trapped in ice and alienation. And they say, that which is below corresponds to that which is above, and that which is above corresponds to that which is below to accomplish the miracles of the one thing. And they believe in the phrase, but only to a certain point. I mean, whose down can reach higher, but only if it's a white man willing to become a creature of two sexes. To be precise, a man can become a woman if necessary, if you understand what I'm saying.
You are a very confusing ghost.
The thing is, the spirituality that you speak about is only half of the true spiritual life that is happening in front of you. You are only familiar with the afterlife. The other half, this life, it is completely hidden behind the red curtains of the privileged. Your imaginary God who is distant, even when you think he is close. Well, he is so far away from most of you people that the world truly is becoming that place of hell you've been telling me about. So to speak, if your spiritual life consists of faith and magic, and your spiritual learning consists of religion and philosophy, you only took half of it. Religion without philosophy is dogma. Faith without magic is a living corpse. If you want to open your mind, you'll have to learn about philosophy. If you want to raise your spirits, you will have to learn about magic, of course.
But that's so primitive and stupid.
Let me explain this to you more precisely. In 1118, a special order was established and they were called the Knights of Christ. It was a powerful organization of bankers and merchants, known for their wealth or, better said, their ability to acquire wealth. These knights were known as the Templars. The Templars had one single mission, to guard the Holy Grail. There are contradictory opinions about what the Holy Grail is. Originally, it is a cup from which Jesus drank from at the Last Supper with the apostles. According to some sources, it is claimed that the Grail is the greatest treasure of the human spirit. That would be simply money as such. Few writers have told the story about the Grail representing the secret descendants of Jesus himself. And since the ghosts and spirits have been living on Earth for about 8,962 years, approximately, they had plenty of time to develop their own theory of the Grail. Of course, the cup plays a certain role in our theory. Many of us spirits claim, although I personally haven't witnessed these events, that Jesus and the apostles practiced a special kind of ritual where they would drink the blood of sacrificed animals during the Last Supper. Jesus and the apostles were the first to understand the power of the unity of magic and faith. Magic without faith is a waste of energy. Faith without magic is apathy and emptiness. But together, their power unites the life of spirit and the life of matter, the treasures of both lives, this world and another world, man and God, God and animal, man and animal. That's the true meaning of the phrase, as above, so below, and vice versa. The Holy Grail is the secret of original religion. Even to this day, it's a secret that is strictly guarded by modern Templars known as Freemasons. There are ghosts that walk around this world, and with whom, by using ritual magic based on true faith, you can come into contact with. Once a person comes into contact with ghosts, they can fulfill countless wishes and desires of his. The Holy Grail is precisely this, an ancient secret about ways to get in touch with the divine. It is the knowledge that the original religion offers salvation and benefits not only in the other life, in the afterlife, but also here, now, in this
That sounds incredible.
life. The thing is that living people communicate with the gods through the spirits of the dead. The dead should help a certain number of people and thus prove that they have been cleansed of evil. Until it doesn't prove its purity, the ghost will wander restlessly on earth. As you can suppose, there are many impure ghosts wandering this earth, open to be used for any corrupted purpose. Fortunately, here are other ways to reach the counter ghosts, not just by secret of the Grail. And one of those ways is the powerful voodoo.
Voodoo magic? But that's so silly.
It does seem fantastic, but voodoo is a lot more than that. It's a unity of colors, fragrances, and thoughts that make a wondrous mixture of spiritual ascent. Voodoo is a way to give back to the masters what they have given us, suffering. As above, so below, right?
I'm not so sure.
Sure or not, I don't have all day, dear. I was here to tell you, and now it's up to you.
But how will I? Please wait. Ivy was calling him to come back, but the ghost turned around and jumped back into a pipe. He left behind only a tarot card with his caricature painted in fire. After this event, Abigail often smoked the strange substance in a pipe, but the Ghede spirit has never returned. Instead of him, Baphomet sat on her neck again and rode her. It was August 7th, 2027, when the rain had stopped falling. The drought was unbearable, and the northern hemisphere was burning in flames. The violence was rising, so is terrorism, and sudden poverty led to mass protests. It was a hell on earth. Ivy Gertrude was desperate as she decided to call ghosts for some help. She took cards and flamed the black candles, calling for spirits, asking them to stop the heat. Her eyes were glowing, and her face became pale, almost transparent like ice. She was shaking. She put the mask on and started the ritual dance. She was dancing all night until the dawn sneaked into the room. And suddenly she saw the white light. She came closer to the window to take a closer look at the modest pale light, and she saw something rather strange. On August 8th, 2027, at 5:23 a.m., it was snowing. It kept snowing for the next 3 days, and then something unbelievable happened. What was down came up, and what was up fell down and completely changed the face of the earth. As far as Ivy was concerned, her marriage remained without price. She claimed she had summoned the snow, but nobody believed her. She was considered a fool and got an unusual and derisive nickname that followed her for a lifetime. They called her the Snow Queen.